Welcome to Wild Wacky Wonderful Humans, where real stories and the beautiful mess of being human is celebrated. We dive into real, raw, heart-led conversations with people who dare to be vulnerable, curious, and beautifully human. You'll hear stories that remind you that you're not alone. Your voice matters, and it's okay to be a walking contradiction, because that's what makes us human. Welcome back to Wild Wacky Wonderful Humans. In today's episode, I'm exploring something a lot of us are feeling right now. You know, that sense of chaos, that icky feeling in the body, the overwhelm, the noise, the separation, the bombardment of information, of opinions, pressure, manipulation. And there's this strange collective of uncertainty that so many of us are sitting in. So together, we're going to explore a simple but powerful question. Where do we find solace? Where do we return to when the world feels loud and overwhelming? Where do we come home to ourselves when the trust is shaky and our nervous systems are running overtime? We'll look at stillness, belonging, tribal instinct, and the way that we're pulled into choosing sides. We'll also look at the importance of reconnecting to the one place no one else can infiltrate, our own inner truth. Because in a world trying to tell you what to think and what to feel and who to be, finding quiet connection with yourself is essential. This is an episode for anyone who's been feeling untethered, overwhelmed, and ready to come home. Let's dive in. Welcome back to Wild Wacky Wonderful Humans. I have been doing a huge amount of contemplation of late, a lot of it around where do we find solace? Where do we find calm in the chaos? Because I don't know if you're experiencing this, but I know myself and many people I've spoken to are experiencing a huge amount of chaos right now. And quite a lot of that chaos is not fully understood. And what I mean by that is we feel icky and we don't know why we feel icky. We know there's things going on. We know there's impending war or potentially ceasefire of war. There's, manipulation happening, which has always been happening, but it's becoming more obvious, I guess. There's world leaders who are doing some incredible things. Whether you see it as good or bad is completely your own perspective. But in all of that, we are these tiny little substances that exist within this matrix. I truly feel like we're in some kind of game and we are pawn pieces. We are being manipulated or moved or encouraged to choose certain things or do certain things. The amount of hate that exists in the world right now is just incredible. I've never experienced so much segregation in thinking. I'm really sick of hearing the left and the right because I feel like this is a huge intention of separation. And that scares me because when we're being separated, when we're having these really strong beliefs, one side or the other, it's encouraging people to choose a side when we as humans, we're not one-sided. We have multiple thoughts. We have multiple feelings. You can feel one thing towards something and you can also feel the opposite towards it. As humans, we are complex. We do have emotions that are sometimes not easy to explain. We do have feelings that are sometimes not easy to explain, and we beat ourselves up about it and feel like we have to choose one or the other, and we don't. We absolutely do not need to choose. However, what is facing us in the media, social media, in the news, is such a separation and an encouragement of separation, the hatred, the anger, the frustration, the sense of not belonging anywhere. And when we feel like we don't belong, we are tribal by nature. We need to belong to the tribe. And if we feel like we don't belong, it's easy then to choose a side when we don't necessarily want to choose a side. So, in all of this pushing and pulling and this manipulation and this uncontrolled thinking, where do we go for solace? Where do we go to calm our bodies, calm our nervous system? Our nervous systems are shot at the moment. We are bombarded by so many pieces of information. We are constantly hearing data points, as someone I deeply love always uses. We are constantly being tumultuous in this washing machine of facts and figures. What's real? We don't even know what's real anymore. I don't know about you, but when I watch a video on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, my initial response is this real? I have to be proven that it's real before I believe it. And that's so sad. We are losing trust. Day by day, our trust is slowly evaporating. And that's so scary. Who do we trust? What do we trust? Where do we trust? So when you seek solace, where do you go? Do you go to a place? Do you go to a community? Do you go within? For me, I feel the most solace when I'm connected with stillness, when I'm connected with my body, and I am connected with the truth that I am. Not the facts, the figures, the information, the advertisements. Have you experienced this? And I will be absolutely flabbergasted if you haven't. You're having a conversation with someone about something. Let's say you're talking about a particular playground or going to the park or children's entertainment. And you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, and what pops up? An advertisement for the exact thing you were just talking about. Hands up if that's you. That has happened to me multiple times. We are constantly being bombarded with things to intensify our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, and our truths. So the only thing that is truly true for us is this: our body, our connection, our silence. When we are silent, that is when we can hear. Do you go to a place of worship? Do you go to church? Do you go to a community? Do you go to breath work? Do you go to a meditation community? Do you go to a yoga community, Pilates, a gym? Where is your solace? Where is your calm? Because believe me, right now, we need more solace than we've ever needed in our lives. We need a place to retreat. We need a place to be still and to allow ourselves to not be bombarded with information and not be bombarded with other people's beliefs and thoughts. Now, if you're going to a church or you're going to a community, if you're going somewhere where other people's beliefs are evident and prominent, then you're also being impacted and influenced by that. So how do you truly come home? Where do you truly come home? This is something I've been contemplating a lot lately, as I mentioned, and this is, for me, a sign of the times. For me, this is how we can individually help raise the vibration of the world, is by coming home, being still, connecting to our truth, connecting to stillness, connecting to love, and then allowing our lights to shine. And when we shine our own light, we give other people permission to do the same. I hope you find solace with ease and grace, with love and blessings. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If this episode stirred something within you, reminding you of the chaos and the overwhelm and your longing for calm, my invitation is for you to just take some time for you. Take some time to come back to yourself. Start by asking yourself, where am I? What am I doing when I truly feel at home? When my mind is truly at rest? What am I doing? Where am I? Who am I with? Take time to make that happen. If you can do that every single day, that will make a huge difference in your life. Finding, inviting, and allowing that place of solace is so important in this world of chaos. Let the answers to these questions guide you. Honor them. Return to that place. And if you know someone who's feeling the weight of the world right now, please share this episode with them. A moment of stillness can make such a big difference to people's lives. Thank you for listening, and thanks for choosing to be present in this world where we need more presence. I honor you. I'm so grateful for you, and I'll see you next time.